Shalom, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, I want to get all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, the honors of our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful. That's supposed to the great gospel of sincerity and truth. This is your brother Tazakai Yahweh from the great millstone Champagne Camp, coming at you another lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And Lord will it be edifying. I got an article here from this is the news.un.org, so from the United Nations, site. And it reads, these they normally update it. So this one's article from May 16th, 2025, this year. And it reads, another year, another rise in food insecurity, right? Including famine. Right, it says right here in this image, hundreds of thousands of Sudanese have sought refuge in Chad due to the ongoing conflict and resulting food shortages, right? It says right here, in July, so just last year, well, not even a year ago, famine was detected in the Sudan's Zamzam IDP camp. In the following months, the official alert expanded to other camps in Darfur and western Nuba mountains. From December to now, famine has been confirmed in 5 other areas of the war-torn country, at least at Slovakia. A further 17 areas at risk, right? So I speak about that area, but hey, in the grand scheme of things, the whole globe in itself is at risk, of this famine, because like I said, it's coming from your high Bashem Shai. The Lord can have the whole half of the globe, earth, just be in the famine, and the whole other half be cool. Like, the Lord can do that. He can have this whole side getting affected by a pestilence, and this whole side getting affected by a famine. Which those two words, they kind of similar in the Greek, but not that, pretty much the similarity is what? It's destruction, grief, death. That's what it's going to bring, ultimately, right? But going on, it says, it is the first time since 2017 that a famine has been declared anywhere on Earth, right? But, I guess they send like an official declaration, but if you go look at the World Food Program, it's they acute hunger, insecure. Whatever these devils try to. But I don't know, man, because like I said, these devils, man. Because on one side is, oh my God, and on this side now it's the first time in bullshit. Because like I know personally, I've been following, for at least a decade, and yeah, they've been saying there've been famines and acute insecure. It's acute hunger, all that type of stuff, man. So, whatever. Anyway, say in the 20 months since the war between rival militaries erupted, 13 million Sudanese have been forcibly displaced, and over 30.4 million are in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. According to the UN estimates, the inhabitants of the Zamzam camp, like others in the Darfur region, have once again been displaced as extreme violence permeates every corner of the country. In short, Sudan has quickly become one of the most severe food insecurity crises in history, right? It says scar of hunger. But in a year, and then like I said, in history, but listen, we in these latter times, so hey, as things drag on, things become what? Worse. Right? It says, but in a year, when the number of people experiencing acute food insecurity increased for the sixth consecutive year, Sudan is far from the only place marked by what the UN Security General Antonio Guterres has called the scar of hunger. According to the 2015 Global Report on Food Crisis, which was released Friday, over 295 million people in 53 countries and territories selected for the report face acute food insecurity. So what the hell is y'all? So come on, man. All right, it's like I said, whatever. They say they bullshit, because go look at the World Food Program, and they gonna tell you then there are 1 billion to 2 billion people is in danger of a famine. So don't, like I said, don't let these people, they throw these numbers in that. Hey, what the Lord say, man? Famine gonna come and niggas gonna die from that. Point blank, period. He said the slain of the Lord shall be many. Hey, listen. And that's when he pulled back up. But hey, before he come back, hey, it's gonna be a new high score. So to hell with these people trying to water something down, die down. Don't worry about that, man. Listen, famine is coming, destruction is coming. To hell with these people talking about. It says a number which amounts to 22% of the population analyzed. The report is, damn, so that's only 22% of them analyzed, man. So what the hell is y'all so it gotta be much more. See, trying to downplay the numbers. The report is another unflinching indictment of a world dangerously off course. Hey, matter of fact, I'm glad that they said that. A world that's off course, right? Because guess what? Because you niggas, hold on, real quick. Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, hold on, verse 3. And I hated Esau. We gotta get that. And laid his mountains as and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Because we gotta bring that out. Because you niggas, like you Edomites seem to forget. The Lord hates you niggas, all of y'all collectively. None of you are good. None of you gonna get a pass. All of you will be subject to the judgment that the Lord got pending for you without mercy, you niggas. Because y'all the real niggas. Anyway, it's a, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, right? Edom or Esau, they all in one. Don't they be saying it's Esau? No, it's Edom, y'all as one. Esau is Edom, as it says in Scripture. It's in Genesis 36. So say where or in Genesis, yeah, you know. Anyway, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. This is where, when they got kicked out, you know, during that, after the Western Roman Empire failed, they got, you know, they got kicked out. You know, we was in power ship roughly for 1,000 years. Then they and when they got kicked out too, them niggas got pushed to the Caucasus Mountains. Like I said, they don't originate from there. Yes, mountains they originate from, but not those specifically. But yes, they got pushed into there. Someone was put in servitude, some stayed. You know how it is. But at that point in time, we was ruling mainly, right? You got the Moors and all that, the Byzantine. That was us. The Dark Ages, Black Middle Age. That was us. Anyways, but when they say when they will return, that was that Renaissance period when they returned back into power, right? Starting to iconoclasm, cover the face of the judges. You know, they bullshit. They started to introduce lying to people, deceive the people, right? That's why they said the chains put on them for 1,000 years going to pursuing the revelation. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do. For they has to stop lying to people and wreaking havoc upon the earth. But the Lord brought them back, and guess what? They doubled down on that. So it says, thus saith the Lord of the hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them who? The border of wickedness. The Esau, even the so-called white men, and red devils you see are the wicked. Point blank period. Don't give a damn. We have people that act wickedly and do wicked shit, but they are the wicked, right? They are the progenitor. No, the wickedness. The wicked one. That nigga. Them niggas, right? You know, because why? They fall at the workers of who? Say it. Anyways, it says and it says the people against whom the Lord Yahweh shall have indignation, right? Righteous hatred, righteous anger, forever. Even when you niggas is pixie dust when he do away with y'all ass. Right, so I brought that out. So the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Oh, Slakia. That's Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. I'm jumping the gun. Get a little excited. Got the bird chirping. The sun on my face. Feel good. Anyway, it's Psalms 82 verse 5. It says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness." And who's walking in this darkness? Right, this Esau, Edom. Right. They walking in darkness, right? If all they know is wickedness, then what positive light can they be to the world? Right? They can only be a dark light, a wicked light. You know what I'm saying? No, that's darkness. That's wickedness, right? Through the Yahweh Shem Yashai, that's light to true righteousness. But going on, they walk on the darkness, right? They get confused. They walk, what? They live by their own means, their own laws, such commandments, right? Because the scriptures say, if they speak not according to this law, that's because there's no light in them, right? So they not living according to the law, such commandments of Yahweh Shem Yashai. There is no light in them. So them, as the rulers or the overseers of the world right now, no light in them. So if you follow them, your ass is heading down a dark path to death. So it says what? And all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Why? Because these devils are in power. Like you say, the report is the report is another unflinching indictment of a world dangerously off course. The UN chief said, because you niggas, man, y'all in power. Going on, a failure of humanity. The report identified 36 countries and territories which have prolonged food crisis with 80. So you mean tell me this shit just started in 2017? Was this the first time they declared it? Let's say bullshit, man. Look, here it is. Look. It says, with 80% of their inhabitants facing high levels of food insecurity every year since 2016. But then you said this ain't been pointed since 2017. Like I said, they be. Anyways, we got the point. niggas is starving to death, and there's gonna be more niggas starving to death. Moreover, the number of people facing catastrophic levels of food insecurity, as determined by the IPC standards, doubled down between 2023 and 2024. Yet these people that's facing acute security, ain't no famine over there. That's what it leads to. That's what I said. Don't be these people be on here just writing and typing shit and contradicting, like, whatever, man. This is what the Lord say. It's gonna be famine, and people gonna die from it, and they gonna be as dung on the earth, and ain't nobody gonna till them and put them in caskets. None of that, man. Going on, it says, after years of reoccurring emergencies in the same context, it's clear that business as usual is not working. No, like I said, nothing y'all gonna do can quell the prophecies of Yahweh Hashem Elishai. Famine, people that died to starve to death, that's part of the will of the Lord. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. And it may sound like we should. No, man. You're not gonna stop the will of the Lord. Say, for the first time, the annual report also provided data on nutrition, estimating that 37.7 million children aged 6 to 59 months experience acute malnutrition in 26 countries. Meanwhile, now, let me say this. I guarantee a lot of those children, a lot of them that's in, the continent of Ham, Africa, whatever, I guarantee a lot of them could be, Jakes, right? So, you got these niggas that are sending billions of some dollars to their brethren and fighting this BS geopolitical war over there in Ukraine. You're sending all this damn money to them, this and that. But then with these people that's war torn, you don't send them shit. That, like I said, yeah, and like again, it could be Ham and Jake mixed, but that's just the man. This is the rule. This is who y'all want to be in power, man. This nigga let your ass starve to death. He'll let you burn. He'll let you drown. He'll let this shit happen to you, man. And he'll take his time to come to recover and help your ass. Yet you niggas still want to save them. Y'all gonna die to death uncircumcised. The Lord has no place in his heart for Esau. Only thing for their ass is judgment and death, and to get rid of them. Going on, it says numbers like this do not emerge randomly. No, they don't emerge randomly. Like I said, man. Me personally, I've been, family is one of my favorite. Man, I've been tracking this stuff. Like niggas been, man, I've been watching weather patterns and stuff. Crops ain't been growing. Man, listen, like they said, man, they don't randomly just emerge. This shit been going on, and the famine don't just be naturally shit not growing. It be because we don't even like you people. Oh, because you look like this, or yes, or you don't like that country that we like. They won't send you food because of that. It don't be because they ain't got it. Hey, the whole world, the earth, the Lord created the earth to be inhabited. So there will never be no, how we gonna say, a deficit in food and shit like that. That's just what y'all say. It will always be a surplus. Why the hell a surplus? Why the hell would he create a world, or why would he have this and he can't sustain the life that he already gonna put on earth? Why he declared the end of the world before the beginning? You people are stupid. How the hell can you say someone be sustained when the plants and animals and everything was sustained before we was even created? When you go back to the creation story, they've been here before us. The hell is you talking about? Man, you know what I'm saying? But it's like how they say, man, the earth, like that scripture. I don't want to botch it up, but they say the place. It say the land was made for the people's sake, not the people for the land's sake. Right? It's for the people's sake. You idiots. The land, look at this tree right here. What, do I need to feed it? No, it's getting fed through, the Lord's feeding it, through the earth, the roots. I don't got to do nothing to it. But me, I needs to be fed. You know what I'm saying? So what the hell? Anyways, I ain't want to get, we almost done with this. Man, all I do is fucking lying, man. It's a lot, it says, no regime is immune with crisis overlapping and interacting, eroding decades of development gains and leaving people unable to recover. I'm about to start heading home because the clocks start coming out this early. It's a more than a systems failure. It's a increased conflict with one of the driving causes for increased food insecurity in 2024. Specifically, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Haiti, the Sudan, South Sudan, Myanmar, and Palestine, and the Gaza Strip. It says Gaza experienced the highest share of its population facing food insecurity, with 100% of its inhabitants facing acute food shortages in 2024. Like I said, that's 100%, man. And like I said, that was off of like war tours and conflicts and just we don't like you niggas. That's how it could be a country that you never had an issue with and they ask you for help and well, we don't know them. We don't know for no reason. And I'm not saying you gotta be the humanitarian and help every goddamn body, not saying that, but shit, man. You niggas is stingy, like selfish and greedy as hell. Like, so y'all have it cannot be satisfied. You got all this shit, all this money, and it don't want to help a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But then you eat the money that be fucked up. Then y'all be out here raising hell in these stoves and all this, that, and that. But look though, this is what your people do as a whole to us. Fuck y'all. This is what they do to a whole to the world. Anyways, to say, for example, the food situation in Sudan was worsened by low rainfall in 2024, while other parts of South Africa, such as Namibia, experienced crop failure due to flooding. And then it gets even deeper because, like, all right, they got weather manipulation. See, like, again, it's all through the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So it's, man, like, come on, man. These devils need to be taken out. That's all we know. It says war, climate, economic shocks. Economic shocks, including inflation and projected trade wars, also played a large role in worsening food insecurity crisis, especially in places like Syria, where long-term systematic instability increased vulnerabilities to economic shocks. The Secretary General emphasized, however, that food insecurity at this level cannot simply be explained by one cause. This is more than a failure of systems. It is a failure of humanity, he said. Right? And they say, they it sounds nice. Whatever. But you still part of the motherfucker. All right, anyway, they say, new strategies. Fuck that. Ain't no strategies indefensible. We cannot respond to empty stomachs with empty bands and turn back. Oh, fuck at it. Yeah, well, no shit. Anyways, so that's pretty much all on that. It's, hey, while everybody, again, you can, now, now everybody want to turn into history buffs and they would know about Iran, this and that. But guess what? That shit done happen in a few days. Ain't nobody making them posts no more. Ain't no more memes, ain't no more jokes, right? You niggas, you Americans, y'all just get rocked back to sleep. While motherfuckers over there still getting rocked by rockets. Y'all don't consider that. That's why Christians say y'all over here dwell, carelessly. And undefended walls, man, motherfucker over here, ain't no wall separating the boundaries of America as far as like the states and this and that. You can just cross over. You feel me? At least back when we was in our land, we had fortified. You can't just come over here. You gotta at least do something. So yeah, you sitting over here, comfortably chilling, looking at TikTok, Facebook, and whatever you do, just bullshitting. Because you can do what you do, but be aware. You got these fake woke ass people, but look, hey, at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is this. Hey, some of y'all gonna get, some people just gonna die, man. Matter of fact, we just gonna get into the scriptures, man. So so like I said, while everybody over here partying and bullshitting and this and that and not being aware as far as what's going on, every time something happens across seas, you would think that shit don't got nothing to do with you. What? Yo fucking, whatever. It don't. Believe that. Be naive. Think that shit won't affect you. It's a reason why they drafting niggas. Anyway, so, and what we will tell you is your mainland will be penetrated aggressively with missiles. But go ahead and say, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 1. Behold, speak down in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And the people you have by Shemel Shai, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And of course, a speckled bird was be Israelites look like other nations because we were scattered amongst them. But they see line go back to Jacob. See, them the only people, that's who the message is for. The good news is for the Israelites. We don't give a damn about your other people. You get to hear about your judgment that's going to happen to you because what you did to us. But as far as the message, the good news, it's to the elect. And that's only Israelites. There's no other fucking nation, none of that. It's like it from my Slavic. But anyways, it's but yeah, though, because some shit, you just got to let it be known, man. You have to be born an Israelite by race, by birth, by lineage. It can't just be, I think I am, I want to be, and I like y'all, let me be one of y'all. No, that don't work like that. Verse 2, you had to be born through the flesh, the seed line of Jacob, or Israel. Yasha'Allah, Going on, it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Because where else will we be able to obtain all this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for all these years when it was put together up until this point right now? Where would we be able to find that? Oh, that's right, in the Holy Scriptures. So yes, that's why we have the Bible. You niggas talk about some man made this, that. Who the hell? Hey, look, the Lord said He used men to write the Bible, right? So He said that He already covered those tracks before you niggas thought He had an aha moment. Stupid niggas. So yes, that's why we have the Scriptures, right? And the word is who Yahushua what? Hey, He's faithful and true. Spoken of in Revelation. Verse 3. It say, fear not the imaginations against thee, right? And let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. All the shit that you imagine against us, the shit, the talking, the threats, all this, that, whatever you think, your unbelief, we don't give a damn about none of that, man. And, hey, if anything, hey, you should have kept that shit to yourself and told somebody else to give a damn, because we don't care. Point blank, period, man. Like what the hell? We don't give a damn if you care or not. Go believe something else. Stop asking. Stop inquiring. Then go shoot some hoops. Right, but when it comes to our faith and what we believe, hey, don't got nothing to say about us. Fuck all that. We gonna believe what we believe. You believe what you gonna believe, and when the Lord pull up, hey, you gonna see. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall what? Die, and their unfaithfulness. So y'all gonna die anyway, man. Just not believing in the Lord, having faith in the Lord, you just gonna die. Simple as that. Who gives a damn? Like I said again, nobody's gonna care about y'all, man, because y'all don't care about the Lord. Verse 5, for behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, right? The Lord gonna bring these plagues upon the world, right? The sword, famine, right? Death and destruction. And why the Lord gonna do this? For wickedness, right? Your actions, the shit that you do in your everyday life, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. All the shit that Esau either promote for y'all to do, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? The Lord is tired of this bullshit that's going on. That's why, hey, judgment is happening. Back and forth, rap. It's always been happening. But hey, even more so. Right? Because the Lord said, well, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Man, the Lord not going to be still no more as y'all commit y'all abomination, y'all bullshit. Right? Which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Right? The Lord not going to keep letting you do that bullshit. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11 is not going to keep prolonging your death, nigga. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, right? And the souls of the just complain continually. Talking about who? The Israelites. Ultimately, who? The men of the Lord. We, the souls of the just, continue. Then the men who done passed on, who up there fighting and, ruling us on, this and that. Those who done passed on, they still complain to the Lord to come deliver us. And you don't think He hear that? You niggas? And therefore said the Lord, I will, what did the Lord say after hearing that? He said, well, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. And I just have to bring that up. The Lord going to avenge us. Right? But a part of that vengeance and part of that putting people to death, famine. Some of you niggas going to starve to death. Going on, it says, let me jump down. Right here. I'm going to jump down right here. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, right? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, spoil their goods because of what? The lack of bread, for great tribulation, right? A lack of bread, a famine, scarcity. That's why I'm hungry. That's why I'm doing it. What you think the people in other countries still going to start doing? Because what the Apostle Gabar would say, when people don't have nothing to lose, they lose it. They gonna lose their motherfucking mind to eat your goddamn arm off and to satisfy they hunger desires. That's how it's gonna be. Right? Hold on, matter of fact, just give me a few examples how the family gonna have people be, man. This second Ezra chapter 6, verse hold on, where is that? Yep, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places be unsown, right? The full storehouses, right? Which your food banks, your food warehouses, the seed bank, all that shit, everything that contains your food, a surplus or excess of food, right? The storages and stuff like that. And suddenly shall the sown places appear. So the place that was sown, that had it, that it ain't got it no more. It's unsown now, right? And the full storehouses shall suddenly be, it's empty now. You go to I used to have, it's gone. Right? And the trumpet shall give a sound. Which the trumpet is getting a sound right now, the men of the Lord, man. Which when every man heareth shall then, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. Yeah, because when you hear this, it's, hey man, this will get us right, man. To hear the scary stuff, hey, that got me in line. You know, I appreciate all the good things, the king, this and that, but when I heard this is gonna happen to you, man, I said to myself, man, I don't want that to happen to me, so Lord willing, the Spirit get on me to do right, man. Yeah, so when you hear this, it's not supposed, yeah, it's good news, but it's supposed to, hey, it save some having compassion, but save some having fear. Yeah, when you get told that something gonna happen to you, oh, yeah, you know, depending on your mindset, oh, I don't want that to happen, straighten up, you know, yeah, that's what, come on now. Anyway, it says, but it says, the point I brought that is, and at that time shall friends fight against one another, right? Like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So yeah, again, so when it's hunger settles in, and I can get this and that, get this and that, what it say, friends gonna fight like enemies, man. That's what's coming to this place. So I ain't gonna take it too long. I know to be a little long with it, but this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18 or 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, right? Because it's a terrible time period coming. Jacob's trouble is coming, and when the Ezra seen that vision from the Lord, he didn't even know who was gonna save him. That's how bad it was of him being the man of the Lord, actually speaking to the angel, actually, you know, in tune, right? So that's telling you how bad it's gonna be that the man of the Lord didn't know if he was gonna be delivered. So it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of what? Famine and great death. So famine is real. You got people think like some of that stuff is fake and that, whatever, man. No one's gonna, it's definitely not been over backwards to convince your ass or tell you nothing. Believe it. Believe it's not fake, right? And great death. The beginning of wars, right? That happening right now, currently. And the power shall stand in fear. The beginnings of evils, right? What? Bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Well, we'll tell you. You better confide in your how about you. That's what you better do, because ain't shit you can do on your own. Fools. Behold, famine and plague, and it say famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. This is just a punishment, man. This is just a whooping. Famine is just a whooping, man. And the scriptures do speak about, hey, it's better for you to be killed by the sword than to die by hunger. That's Lamentations 4. You know, it's a Salakia. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge. So even when the Lord put hell on people, man, eventually, what? They just go back to their wickedness. They don't give a damn. Until the next crisis happens to them, now they want to believe in the Lord again. You know what I mean? That's what happened to these people, right? You don't always get that out. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, right? Mainly food, but anything that a necessity that you may need. You know, that could be cleaning items, whatever the case may be, but mainly it's food, it's the shit that you need. Shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, right? That's before, but now things are getting a little pricey, yeah? Even then shall evils grow upon earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of what? Famine. And the other shall, that escape the hunger, shall the sword destroy. Right? And it says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Ain't nobody gonna be able to pick your ass up or help you, because why? They're gonna either be in the Third World War over here again, the civil wars going, it's all out, hey, hell going on. Shit. And they say it's gonna be like, you know, when you walking down the street and stuff like that, and they got the lawn cut and this and that. No, shit, national little parks and stuff like that gonna start looking like forests and shit and jungles. You know? Because ain't nobody gonna be to till it, because they gonna be off at war or fight for or running for their damn life, for real. If you ain't, you know, of course, and then when the MOTB get paid, you know, those people get they life in society, so to speak, until they die. But yeah, before then, man, it's gonna be horrible. Go check the road. Go check the, man. We man, it's a time like never before, so we can just describe it. We can't give you the whole, you know what I mean? Just know, if it say, man, you need the Lord that day, well, you need him, period. But that day, if you don't have the Lord, your ass is grass. So, hey, Lord willing, you know, this lesson was edified to the body, you know, just, hey, keep having the faith and keep believing you have about Shem Yahshai. And, hey, like he said, man, he created all these things for the wicked. That's why the flood came. It wasn't for the righteous. Lord willing, be of that number. So, Lord willing, this lesson to the edifying to the body. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, who will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.